Hey, gang. 2017, to be a wrestling fan, especially a wrestling fan that has been watching since the 80s, like I have, uh, this year has not been very kind to a lot of wrestlers that we've watched, whether it was from the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, or whenever. And and earlier today, um, I got word, and I couldn't believe it. I get up, get my phone, and I'm looking over the list of things to do, and I'm seeing a big long list, and and then um, and then I get here on YouTube, just check out the newest subscriptions and everything like that. And the first thing I see is something from a fellow YouTuber named Richard Land, and he uploads lots of classic WWF videos. And I really hope you guys go check out his channel and hopefully subscribe to him too. And the first thing I see was an episode of Primetime Wrestling with Superfly Jimmy Snuka making an appearance. And it said in the title, Primetime Wrestling, Jimmy Snuka, R.I.P. I said, no. No, no, no. There's got to be a mistake. No way. No, 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 no. 1,000 times no. So I got on Google. All I typed was Jimmy Snuka. And there it was. I felt like my childhood was just demolished. I remember watching Jimmy Snuka as a kid, being a huge fan. My brother was a huge fan. He was actually the first guy I ever really saw who did stuff off the top rope. Most wrestlers around that time, it's like the only high flying stuff they would do was maybe a drop kick or a flying head scissors or something like that. But to do something off the top turnbuckle was amazing, and to see Jimmy do that was just it blew me away. I was like, wow, that's awesome. And the one thing that really just made me go, wow, was the time that Jimmy Snuka climbed the top of a steel cage in his match against Don Morocco and leaped off of it onto him. And that's why I'm showing this Intercontinental Championship. It's not the old WWF one, but of course at the time Jimmy was chasing Don Morocco for that belt, and that is probably one of his most infamous moments he's ever had. And of course I'm recording this. Well, like I said, it's the day of finding out his passing, and I'll probably have this uploaded tomorrow. And I actually made a comment on Richard's video. I said if WWE does not acknowledge his passing or has something nice to say about him, about the impact that he made on the company, they can stick everything they have where the sun don't shine. And because word was that when the murder trial happened, was reopened, I should actually say, over 30 years after it happened before. I think it was back in 1983. The WWE decided to remove his name from their Hall of Fame list. And I thought to myself, you really shouldn't do that. I think it was back in '83. He was cleared of all charges and everything like that. And obviously somebody got into the ear of the family who said, let's reopen this case and see if we can get anything out of him. And obviously, I don't know why they did it. Some might say greed. Some might sit there and say, well, come on, I mean, they probably did it because they probably thought Jimmy had a lot of money and they could try to get it out of him. And I read so much about this trial, and it saddened me. His lawyers said he is suffering from severe dementia, and he doesn't know where he is, what he's doing, who he is, nothing like that. And I felt sorry for him. I felt bad for him. And they also announced that Jimmy only had maybe 6 months left to live. And I hate to say this, but once again, there's proof again. Doctors don't always know what they're talking about. But really, to read that news that Jimmy Snuka is gone, it's heartbreaking. And because already Timothy Well of Well Done, he passed away recently. And Jimmy Snuka is now gone. And it's so weird, to know all of this. But, tomorrow being Martin Luther King Jr. Day, we all know that the WWE will have a nice little video package for Martin Luther King Jr., but hopefully also they will have some sort of, even if it's just a picture says in memory of Jimmy Superfly Snuka, that's fine. But they really shouldn't treat him like they did with Chris Benoit. And I'm not even sure if they even still acknowledge his existence over what happened. But in this case, they really should just say, we're here to honor the memory of a legend who dazzled the fans, was an amazing man, and he will surely be missed, and he will be. And what can I say? Jimmy Snuka, another favorite wrestling star from my childhood, and I'm sure from a lot of yours too. And he's gone, and let's really, really hope that WWE is going to do something nice for him. Because he did a lot for them, and again, that infamous leap is going to stick in a lot of our minds that he took from that cage onto Don Morocco. And you know something? I've always said that a guy like Jimmy Snuka should have at least won one championship belt during his run with the WWF, but they never gave him one, and that was a real shame. But hopefully they're going to respect his legacy and honor him tomorrow night on Raw. And if not, well, we all will. We'll all remember Jimmy for who he was. A really amazing man, a great man, and he will be missed. If you guys want to share your thoughts on Jimmy, please do in the comments below, but please be respectful. I will not take anybody being very disrespectful to him, saying anything unflattering or anything like that. If you have an opinion of him that may be different than mine about him, if you were a fan, great. If you were not a fan of him, that's fine too. But just be careful in what you say. But I just wanted to take this time to just say, it hurts to say this, but goodbye, Superfly. We miss you, brother. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay strong and rock on.